I'm going to show you how easy it is to connect this application up to Oracle Cloud Autonomous Database. So there's a database application that's using a local Oracle database. And what I'm going to do is to show you how to demonstrate this is I'm actually going to use a feature of Micronaut's command line called feature diff. So I'm going to drop into terminal here and I'm going to type mn feature diff, and I'm going to choose the Oracle Cloud SDK feature, which will show me the changes I need to make to my application to add the Oracle Cloud SDK. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go to my build.gradle, and I'm going to add the Oracle Cloud SDK as a dependency to my application. And there it is. Okay, so I have my Oracle Cloud SDK dependency in place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one more dependency for the ATP module. So we have a dedicated Oracle Cloud ATP module for connecting to Autonomous Database. So I've got the two dependencies I need in place to connect. And Micronaut, as I said, supports cloud-native configurations. So you can create different configuration files for different clouds and different environments. So I'm actually going to create a new application -Oracle Cloud .yaml file here, and I'm going to apply my cloud native configuration into this YAML file. So and I have already like set up a autonomous database instance up in the cloud, which I'm going to connect to. So I already have some configuration that I set up here. So I'm going to copy that in to connect up to Autonomous Database. And I'll switch over to my application. And you'll see that when I start my application through the run method, you'll see that by default, it's not in the Oracle Cloud environment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up instead to enable the Oracle Cloud environment locally. So when I run my application. Now this happens automatically when you're actually running in Oracle Cloud. So I'm just doing this locally to demonstrate for this demonstration. Really, you could just leave the run method and use different resources locally and cloud resources in the cloud, and Micronaut will detect and do the right thing. But in this case, I want to force it to use remote Oracle Cloud resources. So I'm going to enable the Oracle Cloud environment so that it picks up my Oracle Cloud configuration file and automatically. So I'm going to run this application now, and what you will see is if I switch to the window, is that I'll make a request to the database service to obtain the Oracle Cloud wallet and configure my database connection and connect me up to the Oracle Cloud database without using my local OCI credentials, without me having to do anything. It's just automatically handled for me, which is awesome and makes it so much easier. You don't have to worry about the wallet requirement. It's just handled automatically, and I can even run my tests locally against the Oracle Cloud environment as well. I can set environments in my test itself and enable the Oracle Cloud environment, and then run my tests, and it will use the Oracle Cloud environment for actually using the Autonomous Database instance when executing my tests, which is just cool. So that is how easy it is to connect up with Micronaut to Autonomous Database.